Good morning. Good morning. I am so excited about Phenomenal STEM Year. Guys, this is a spectacular program that I have created for all ages before college. I'm passionate about preparation, and I really believe that you can prepare your child from the area of the age of pre-K all the way to the 12th grade. So let's get right into how my classes work. So I have divided my classes into the beginner, the intermediate, and the advanced STEM year. It starts in September. So if you want to get right into your year of STEM, you need to register quickly. All right. So let's look at beginner. Let's look at beginner. So with beginner, this is the age of pre-K to the 3rd grade. So if your child is not reading yet, if you remember, I've taught you the process of brain development and what's going on in the brain at certain ages. And it's very important during the very young ages, before the age of 10 years old, really before 7, that the child learns multiple languages. So what I have is, I have this great program. It's not my program, it's Duolingo. What you see in this course, it's not something that I've created specifically, but I've compiled very important things that can help your child learn in a systematic way. So every day, your child should be on Duolingo, spending 15 minutes in learning a language. And this is a free program that can teach your child how to learn languages. Their language center in their brain is very active at this time. Okay, so not only do I have daily language development. So if you look at, I call it daily intelligence. It's language development, it's daily math development, depending on what grade your child is in. They should be doing some kind of practice at their level to basically supplement what they're learning in school. Math and language is what should be developing right now in the early ages. Not much science. I do have some stuff, so just teaching a little bit about artificial intelligence and maybe some projects that you can do in the summertime. But something that's consistent should be your math and language. Now, I've divided this course into trimesters, so basically every 3 months, starting in September. And so what's their due dates? So the first thing that you should do is teach your child about the process of science. So they're going to be watching videos and practicing with flashcards on the process of science. See, same thing, learning about how to make graphs, learning about how to measure. So all of these things, learning about gravity. This is the physical sciences section. And with the child levels, with the pre-K to 3rd grade, you want to make this very fun, this experience very fun. You don't want to make it traumatic. So this is not something that you're doing daily, but I've given you, basically break it up into 2 weeks. Somehow you get it done within the 2-week session, and then you take them on a field trip, take them to a planetarium or something like that. So the class is divided into physical science, but also chemical sciences. So it's the same process. You learn the basics that it's basically videos and clicking a lot. Not a lot of reading, because a lot of times they can't read yet. If they can read, then it's still good, because you're learning about the basics of atoms. You're learning at 5 years old, at 6 years old, at 7 years old, what an atom is, what a molecule versus inorganic molecule versus an organic molecule is. You're doing laboratory exercises. This can be done on a Sunday. Very cheap options. And of course, once again, you take them on a field trip. Make it fun. So my point is, at the between the ages of 4 and 8, science needs to be fun. It should not be a chore. I want you to understand that. So lots of activities to be done, watching videos and activities, That's basically it. And of course, a lab that will teach them about how cells work. Very easy process. I've seen it done. It works. So that's just the beginner, right? That's the 4-year-old to the 8-year-old, 3 to 4-year-old to the 8-year-old. But I think 4-year-old is good. In terms of intermediate, that will be a little different. That's more like the 9-year-old to, so basically grade 4 all the way till the end of junior high, to 8th grade. So 4th to 8th grade, it's a little bit more complex. So once again, they're going to be learning consistently math. That's something that should be done weekly, practicing their math skills. All right, whether they're, depending on where they are, at what level they are, whether it be algebra, geometry, pre-algebra, they should be at that level when they reach the 5th grade, 4th, 5th grade, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, okay? And summer robotics, they can watch videos about artificial intelligence. I have some videos about that. That's gonna be big in the future. So I want to introduce this to children, especially those that may not have access at their schools, okay? But since, again, it's divided into 3 month sections. The first month, the foundation of science should be physical sciences, so you do that first. And basically, you're learning about, once again, the process of science, just at a higher level. They're gonna be reading textbooks because they should know how to read well by then. They're gonna be doing a lab to teach them the process of the scientific method. They're going to learn about conversion and measurements. That's a lot in physical sciences. Math and physics require a lot of conversions and measurements. And of course, watching a video about the solar system and gravity, and doing a lab on gravity. So every couple of weeks, you're gonna do a practice example and then a lab in your own time. Okay, so then you have chemistry. They're gonna be learning about chemistry. Same process. You start with the atom, learning about the atom, just a higher level. You're reading books about the atom. You're practicing on Khan Academy about the atom. You're practicing on Quizlet with the atom, just videos, whether you learn molecules or organic molecules, same thing, but just at a higher level, right? You'll be doing chemistry activities, worksheets, and labs. So it really prepares a 5th, 6th grader on the process, the chemical processes that are happening in life. And then lastly, after chemistry, you learn biology. And once again, biology begins with the cell. So you're going to be doing all kinds of activities and watching videos about the cell at a higher level than a child in the pre-K to 3rd grade would. And then you're going to do a lab. And then same thing, you're going to learn about organs, and then organisms, different types of life, wildlife, and taxonomy and the way things grow, and ecosystems. You're going to learn about ecosystems, watching videos and doing activities. And lastly, just one field trip for the intermediates, because they don't need to go all the time. They're learning quite a bit. So all of this, once again, is broken down into 3 months. So you would do trying all of that in a span of 3 months. And I've given you due dates as to basically guide you as the timing, what should be done by now. So it's not that it's not gonna necessarily take a lot of time per day. I just want you to make sure it's done within a couple of weeks time frame. All right. And lastly, for the high schoolers, I love this for the high schoolers. So if you have any high schoolers, unfortunately, I've noticed with my STEM programs, I get a lot of interest from parents that have young children, from the pre-K to maybe the 7th grade. But when they get to teenagers, when they become teenagers, I feel like parents just drop the education of their kids as they're not as strongly excited or trying to make sure they learn at the high school level. This is just my experience based on some parents. So, but I think the high school age is a critical age, and they have a brain that works really well. So once again, it's still divided into trimesters, but it's a little different. It's something that they'll be doing every day. Every day, they will be doing something. So for instance, Monday we'll be learning pre-calculus. Tuesday they'll be learning physics. Wednesday they should be learning chemistry. Thursday they will be learning biology. So each section, biology, physics, and math, they're going to be studying Monday through Thursday. And on Friday, they will prepare for their SATs. They will prepare for their SATs. So they'll take a pre-test, they'll practice their math, they'll practice reading and writing, they'll learn tips, they'll take other types of practice SAT tests. They'll be practicing every Friday. They'll just do a little bit of something every day. Once again, you don't have to spend a lot of time. You just have to guide yourself. I think the issue with learning is just that many students don't have structure. So what I'm doing here is I'm providing students structure, what to do on Monday, what to do on Tuesday, what to do on Wednesday, etc. Now, while they're doing that, anytime in the month, they will also learn something. So the first 3 months, September basically to November, I want to focus on something called emotional intelligence. In the future, there's going to be so much robots and machines doing the work for people that there's going to be a shift in what careers are looking for. And I've discovered that they're looking for high skills in emotional intelligence. They're going to read something about the 13 signs of high emotional intelligence. Our kids need to have great emotional intelligence. So their videos, they're very simple activities, not really doing anything. You're just reading and watching videos and then do an activity sometime in the month of November, October, and September. The financial intelligence, by high school, you need to know about financial intelligence. So in the month of December, January, and February, you're just going to be watching videos on how to build a business, how to be literate in finances, how to prepare for the financial aids for college, how to fill out certain forms. This kind of stuff needs to be learned. It's not necessarily STEM, but it's for your excellence, right? And then lastly, in the last 3 months, so as I said before, every day you're going to be learning in the STEM year, math, physics, biology, chemistry, but sometime in the 3-month section, so in the last trimester, March, April, and May, you're going to learn about artificial intelligence. That's going to be big, and we have to teach our kids about what artificial intelligence is. So I'm going to basically show videos and articles and also certain practice modules to teach your child, not really child, this is your teenager, about artificial intelligence. So that's pretty much it. That STEM year, that is an amazing program for all levels. You need to register for this thing. It is worth so much. I put my heart and soul in it, but it's only going to cost you $240. That might seem like a lot, but it's $20 a month to get access to this program. $20 a month. I think that's a steal based on what I'm teaching your child at every level. So if you have any questions, you can email me at drbest@gmail.com, or you can register for Phenomenal STEM Year. Just go to my website, www.phenomenalstemist.com. I want you guys to have a phenomenal STEM year. Trust me, you get your kid into this program, you're setting him, her, or her up for excellence. Have a good morning.